you ever felt like no matter how much you plan, no matter how much you hustle, no matter how much you try, you still end up in the same place? Maybe you've tried routines, maybe you've tried vision boards, maybe you've tried planners, even mindset shifts, and nothing is working. That was me reading all the self-development books. I read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I read Atomic Habits, I read productivity books, and nothing was working for me. Like, I tried so hard to figure out a way to get me out of this kind of slump of like trying like these different routines, waking up early, and nothing was working until I stopped outsourcing my growth and I went back to my roots, my deen, Islam. Islam is actually the answer to everything. Like, the older I get, the more I'm learning, the more I'm realizing everything was back to Islam. Everything, guys, subhanallah. In this video, inshallah, I'm going to be sharing 7 Islamic principles / habits that has truly changed my life. These practices are truly life-changing and I cannot wait till I share them with you guys, inshallah. Number 1, starting off nice and strong, is Salat. Salat is the foundation of your life. As a Muslim, Salat is something you should be doing 5 times a day, every single day, without fail. It is like the best thing that I feel like God made us have to do, if that makes sense. When you feel mentally cluttered or like spiritually low, Salat is one of the best things to cure those 2 things. I solely, deeply believe that Salat is something that is obviously for us. Like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need us to pray, but like having those 5 daily prayers where we can just like, you know, kind of like switch off from the world, switch off from the chaos, the busyness, the stress, and all of those things, and just like it's just you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You literally get to 5 times of the day, just tell all your worries to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Leave all your worries on the prayer mat. And something that has really helped me is anchoring my day according to Salat. My day revolves around the prayers. Fajr is when I start my work in the morning. There is so much barakah in the early hours of the day, subhanallah. What do all of these self-development books and these like, you know, mindset gurus, productivity gurus say? Wake up early, wake up at 5 a.m. Or let me tell you something, Islam literally teaches us that. Islam teaches us that there is so much barakah in the early hours of the day. What these self-development gurus say about waking up early, it's already rooted in Islam. It's something that we're already told in the Quran. Use your prayers to really connect back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to really voice everything you have been feeling inside, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala listens to what we say. Salat is something that makes you feel spiritually restored. If you take it seriously with full khushu and you really focus in your salat, it can really be such an amazing, like, you feel so much better when you finish. It's like a meditative act. And if you guys do pray your 5 daily prayers and you guys really want to like really take it to the next level, tahajjud and duha prayer and just like the sunnah prayers in general, I would highly recommend. Like, tahajjud is an arrow that never misses. So the du'as that you make at tahajjud can literally change your life. You pray those 2 rak'at just before fajr, you know, in the last third of the night. And if you guys really struggle to wake up for tahajjud because it's super early, then like a lot of people say like the cheat code and like the next kind of best thing you could say is the duha prayer, which is between fajr and dhuhr. Again, it gives you more time to, you know, go back to your Lord and just like take a break from your work and to really connect back, because at the end of the day, this life is temporary and we are here to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything that we do. So I would say like set a tahajjud goal for like once a week or twice a week. Again, do not throw yourself in the deep end, because this is something that I see a lot of people make mistakes of doing. Start small but consistent. Be consistent in those small steps, and bi'idhnillah, it will start to increase over time, inshallah. Number 2 is dhikr. Now dhikr is, again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with, and it's another form of like a meditative act to keep us kind of in a state of like khushu and like remembrance of God, and also to really just like display our kind of gratitude towards God. I would highly recommend saying like dhikr, like subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allahu akbar, la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu, lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa ala kulli shay'in qadir, like 1,000 times if you can. Like, start off with like 100, then 200, 300. The more dhikr you do the day, the better. But one thing that really helped me do more of is kind of like when you bring like 2 habits and you try and like do them together. I forgot what the word was called, but so say you're going for a walk, do a dhikr walk. Or like when you're on the train and you've got time to spare, do dhikr. Whenever you can, do dhikr. When you're cleaning, do dhikr. If you're always in your head, anxious, overthinking, stressed, dhikr will really ground you and make you remember that God is in control at the end of the day. There is no need to stress. I actually have an app on my phone called Itasbih, and whenever I'm out, I'm always on that app because it's got like the dhikr count, and I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, I would definitely say one of the best way to heal an overthinking mind, an anxious mind, is to just do dhikr. It really does help. Number 3 is tawakkul. Tawakkul, oh my gosh, if I had found out about this earlier on, I would be chilling. I would not be stressing out as much as I was stressed out like a couple of years ago. This mindset shift really changed my life. Like, subhanallah, the best way to have full tawakkul, reliance in God, is to learn about your Lord. The more you learn about your Lord, the more you learn about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more connected you feel to Him. I see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as my wakil, one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is another thing I would highly recommend. Learn the 99 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you will feel connected to Him on so many different levels. If you are struggling financially, then ask Ar-Razzaq. If you are running more more opportunities. Ask Al-Fattah, opener. The more you get to know somebody in general as humans, the more you get to know somebody, the more trust you have for them. It's the same thing with getting to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The more you get to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more you'll always want to be kind of like trying to do everything you can to please him, you know, be close to him. And that is, for example, through Salah, through praying extra Salah, or through fasting. So yeah, I would definitely say Tawakkul frees you, gives you so much less stress. Number 4 is the Quran, the best book in the entire world. If you haven't read it, I would highly recommend you read it. Like a page a day, 2 pages a day, whatever you can, but just taking the time. And I would highly recommend taking the time in the morning. In the morning is when we have less distractions and more discipline, I would say. So like, again, like after Fajr, when you wake up in the morning, take some time and read some Quran. If you feel like you don't know what direction you want to go into, then read Quran, because there are so many different examples and you'll be in shock of like how much you relate to the different examples Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us through the Quran. Like the Quran gives you clarity and guidance, and it helps you make better decisions as well. So I would recommend maybe choosing one surah, even start from the shorter surahs, one surah to like do a tafsir on every single month or every single week or every 2 weeks. Again, I don't want you guys to overwhelm yourselves, and I don't want you guys to jump in the deep end and like try and do a surah a day or like a surah a week. Break it down. Like if you really feel like you don't have the time, then do a surah a month. Imagine by the end of the year you would have done 12 tafsirs on a surah. That's incredible. The Quran is a guide to Muslims, and it has everything we need to, you know, thrive in this life and bi'idhnillah in the next as well. And subhanallah, with like all situations, health, wellness, physical health, spiritual health, finance, marriage, like everything we need, I would start off by reading the Quran. Next is dua. Dua is your divine direct line. Let me explain. You want things to change but you don't know where to start? Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask the one who created you. Stop asking people, stop like begging others, like go back to the one who created you. Anything and everything can happen if you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I came across this TikTok just before Ramadan, and subhanallah, again, it was another like one of those life changing. I was like, oh my gosh, did you forget that we have the same exact Lord that split the sea for Musa alayhi salam? Did you forget that we have the same exact Lord that took Ibrahim alayhi salam out of the fire? Did you forget? Like we have the same exact Lord, the same exact one. Subhanallah, like it's really bad to say astaghfirullah, but sometimes really undermine A, what we can ask for, and B, what God can do for us, because God can do anything and everything for us. He really can. Why are you not asking? And don't say, oh yeah, I tried once, I never did it again. You have to be consistent. You have to keep asking. I remember like 2-3 years I was making the same exact du'as. Yeah, it came true a year ago. Do not give up on your du'as. Never ever give up on your du'as, ever. Like if you truly think like this is something that you really want and you think it's good for you, God will make a door for you. It will happen. It will come some sort of the other. God will always answer your du'as, but He will answer in 3 ways. It will either happen now, it will happen later, or it won't happen and actually God will give you a better way. One thing that I would highly recommend is having a du'a book. I saw a lot of girls on TikTok do this, and I definitely want to make one, and maybe I'll put it in a vlog or something. Yeah, like having a du'a book where you can literally go back and look at your answered du'as, I think is the most amazing thing, and you can actually keep track of what, you know, has come into fruition, subhanallah, and you can see that consistency, and yeah, you just get to see like that fruition coming to life, subhanallah. So I would highly recommend du'a book. But yeah, I currently have a du'a list on my phone, and I just always look back at my du'as, and I always just like keep on asking for them. I've had like subhanallah so many of the stuff that have come to life, I didn't even realize they came to life until like I was reflecting and I was journaling, and I was like, wait a second, I was actually asking for this a year ago. How did I like not realize? So subhanallah, sometimes we forget because of like just how busy life is, and don't let life pass you by. Like try and be as present as you can and recognize like the luxuries that you have in your life. Within this kind of section as well, I would highly recommend having a vision board. I've seen a few girls call it a du'a board. You can call it whatever, but just having a visual representation of what you want your life to look like can do so much. Like our visual cortex actually like processes everything, and subhanallah, it just makes you more like aware, and also just makes you more like, it just reminds you every single day, oh, I've got, you know, things to achieve, I've got things to do, like I need to be at my A game. And yeah, just having like, I have a visual representation of my vision board just like on my wall, and I'm constantly at it, and it really makes you responsible. It makes you feel of responsibility, and it makes you like aware, right, I need to keep making dua about this and this, because everything can come to life if it is meant for you. And I feel like when you make dua as well, you kind of relieve your stress away, because you're like, you know what, I've said it in a dua, all I can do now is just like make a dua, pray, and get on with what I need to get on with. Don't keep dwelling on the same thing again and again. Say it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and let it naturally happen. You know, don't chase but attract instead, because what is meant for you will always find you, subhanallah. Last but not least, reflection. This goes back to my absolute love for journaling. I've been journaling for years. Islam teaches us to be present and to be grateful and to be intentional. And so journaling is one of those things that really bring you to today. I've been journaling for years and years, and it has helped me so much with overthinking, with stress. I would say like I barely overthink, and I say that I barely overthink, it's because every morning and every evening I will just write my worries down and then I go to bed. Like I won't give it another second because I'm like, I've written it down, I've made dua, I've done everything in the right way, inshallah. So there is no point in harming myself even further by just like letting the train of thought just keep going. I always follow journal prompts because it's the most easiest, and also it makes you kind of like reflect on things you didn't think you wanted to reflect on. Another thing that really actually helps is just get everything down on paper. That way it's not like bubbling up inside at the back of your mind. It's one piece of paper. Close the book and put it away. You know, don't let it live rent free in your brain because it's not worth it. It's gonna do you more bad than good. That is the end of the video. The truth is, you do not need to change who you are. You just need to return what's already been given to you by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has literally given us the blueprint with how to live this life. These Islamic habits aren't just like, you know, things to tick off, but they are actually like spiritually aligning, restoring, focusing practices that will, you know, serve you your whole life. Anyways, let me know in the comments what habit / practice you will try this week, inshallah. If you have any questions, if you have any type of content you guys want me to post, feel free to let me know in the comments. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.